want to be an adult. I want to go back to being a child.
But mentally?
Mentally, it's still a wreck inside.
Hi, this is Geraldine and welcome to Dubai Diaries podcast. Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Dubai Diaries podcast. Real stories, real struggles, and real success. So in this episode, we're joined by a 21-year-old assistant teacher, half Filipina, half African who grew up between two cultures. Behind her bright smile is a story of searching for home, voice, and identity. Let's all welcome our guest for today, Shai!
I'm Shai Dollar
Shai,
for
thank you
short.
for joining us here today in Dubai Diaries.
It's an honor to be here.
Wow, thank you. When I gave you the what is this? That I will going to interview you. What's your feeling?
Nerve-wracking in a way, because like now like, you're gonna know my story like
Yeah.
quite close.
Because I know your story is also really inspiring and everyone can relate to it. Can
Yeah.
relate to it.
Yeah, they can relate because like most of our parents from Philippines, like they're all OFWs, most of them.
But before we dive into your story, can you please tell us more about yourself when you were in the Philippines before?
In the Philippines po. So I grew up in a province, the probinsya.
Ah.
Sultan Kudarat, dun sa Mindanao banda.
Mm.
And then, yeah, most of the time it's there, like where the beach is, like all those stuff. Tapos, moving to South Africa where you grew up in the city straight away, not knowing English most of the time. All you know is like yes, no. You have to ask your mom first, like, Mom, what did she say? And then, yeah, most of the time, how I learned English, there's like reading books. I'm a book
Oh,
nerd. Lots
that
of
is why
book
you are
nerds.
very fluent.
It's that, and then like when your dad talks to you, it's like full English. If it's not English, it's Afrikaans. Like, what is he saying? I used to turn to mom's like, Ma, what is he saying? I don't understand. It's like, and then until one day, like my dad put the rules in the house, like no Tagalog, no Bisaya, no Ilonggo, only English and Afrikaans. It's like there's a barrier between there.
So you're staying there in the Philippines 12 years.
12 years, yes.
And then, saan ka pinanganak?
Pinanganak ako sa Manila.
Manila.
Manila, Laguna.
I thought you were born in South Africa and then your mom brought you in the Philippines.
No, born in Philippines, grew up there, so like teenage year before the twins, and then transferred to
So
South
how was your childhood in the Philippines?
the Philippines.
Oh.
Oh, chaos.
Can you tell me
And
why?
most of the time, like you're not at home. Like you know, Philippines provinces, like everybody whose child is who in that. Like, and then like most of the time, I'm not at home. What my mom used to call it, I used to have a gang.
Gang!
Like, a gang, like you know, it's all the cousin or like your school friends and stuff.
Ah.
And then like when you go to South Africa, like you can't hardly go out of the house because like there's xenophobia and stuff like that.
So
So like
different.
if you're not white enough, you're not black enough, like there's gonna be a lot of racist people.
But you enjoy your childhood memories before.
I do a lot.
Wow, that's
It's like you can't do that. Like you know, those days like you make phone out of muds. You used to make a potion. And, like when you do that to South Africa, like what are you doing?
because they don't know.
Yeah.
And they also different. We play in the Philippines more on play
Yeah,
with
natural things.
But
But like
in,
in South Africa, they're more like into phones already when I came there. Phones, if it's not phones, it's like always closure, only inside the fence. You can't roam the streets.
so let's talk about growing up between two worlds. As someone with two cultures in your heart, when did you first feel that you were different, and how did you come to accept it?
In Philippines, I didn't feel that much. But I know it's like different because like I grew up with my auntie, not with my mom. And then when it comes to South Africa, it's like you're different from everybody in school. You don't belong to white. You don't belong to colored. Like where half black, half white is, and you don't belong to black alone. It's like I'm the only Asian in the school, like both schools, primary and high school. It's like only Asian. They used to call me Chinese. In a way, it's like
Really,
yeah. They comes to me China. Who? I was like, who the hell is China?
in the
Like, who's
Philippines, yeah.
Who's that? Who's China? And then if it's not China, it's like Jackie Chan. But like because of our eyes, how it looks.
Oh.
It's not the same as them,
Mm.
and it's not white enough. So until one of the days, like nobody can bully me anymore. 'Cause, like I have the whole guy, like not the bad group of the school,
yeah.
but like the peacemaker between us.
Oh, that's good.
But it's nice sometimes.
And when you are in the Philippines during that time, who take care of you?
My auntie used to take care of me.
Your auntie for the
Yes.
linguist.
For the longest, my auntie.
Since
My
how old are you that time?
My mom's sister, she took care of me like since I was 2, and like from 2 years old until my mom came back, like I was like turning 10,
10 years old
10 or
already.
turning 9 or something. She came with like she told me that she's gonna take me for like good, but like you woke up the next time like she's not there. My dad also came there to Philippines, but like you woke up the next day they're not there, and then like she went back to South Africa, and then a few years back she came back. Long story.
But I know you can speak different language. How many language you can speak?
There's Ilonggo, Bisaya,
Ilonggo
Tagalog, English, and Afrikaans.
and Afrikaans. Can you give me example? How would I would greet the people there in
It's
Africa
like
like
hello.
hi.
Hello.
It's also like
It's
that.
not hello, but like when you greet them, like now it's good evening. It's goeienaand.
Kuinan.
Hoegandet.
Huh?
Hoegandet, like how are you?
Who can done?
Hoegandet.
Who can that?
Gandet.
Can that? Wow.
That. D-I-T.
Can that?
That. Not that. That.
That.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice. No, I will soon. I will ask you about how can I speak your language also. But Shai, for all that languages that you can speak, what role did language play in shaping your identity?
Lot of language barriers. Like sometimes you get mixed up. You don't know where you belong. Like really. Because in South Africa, I only talk to my mom in Tagalog or English. Like,
Tagalog.
you know, you wanna have one-on-one conversation with us. Like she wanna share her problems. Like she wanna talk to. She talks to me and things like that. But like in front of my dad, no.
So in your dad, you speak.
Me and my dad speak English and Afrikaans.
What about your sisters? Also,
My sister's only English and Afrikaans.
mm,
She doesn't know Tagalog, no Ilonggo, nothing.
only you.
So diverse.
So was there any moments when you felt like you had to choose a side? Like,
Not really. They're both supportive. Like my mom and my dad supportive. But mom is on the stricter side. She won't let you forget anything. She will make you stay true to yourself.
so they don't have, because me, sometimes I make fun with my kid,
Yeah.
like sinong gusto mo, mama
Oh,
or
so
papa,
favorite.
like that. Oh.
We can't do that. There's gonna be a big war in the
If you will, they didn't, ever since they didn't
No.
ask you that one,
They did, but like I think my mom knows who I'm gonna choose. But like not to say
but
it.
not in front of your dad.
No. No, but they know I think because like mom is the strict one,
Oh.
dad is the cool side. It's like you always go to the cool side.
To the cool side, not. But your mom.
No, she's strict, but like in a good way.
Mm.
And then she's really supportive.
Moms are like that. They're very strict. But when the time come, the right time will come. So, if they say you that you already independent, then that's the time they will,
That's what they're pushing us for. Like,
Yeah.
to be independent, don't depend.
And then you moved from Philippines to South Africa at a young age. What did you feel when you left the Philippines?
Like half of me, because like you grew up there, you didn't know you're gonna move places and stuff. It's like you grew up with just like my cousin are like basically my siblings, because I grew up with them like since 2 years old. And then my aunt is like my mama. It's like she was second mom, like from high. And then like moving to South Africa, I lost connection with them. Because like we're not with my mom. You're not allowed to have social medias until you're 18.
Until you're
You're
not 18. So you don't have social media.
No, until I was 18. The only social media is like Snapchat and WhatsApp. And that's basically it. And then from when I turned 18, I asked my mom, I beg her practically, like, can you please have Facebook so I can have communication with them? And then, yeah, now it doesn't feel like as close before with my cousins.
But you, when you were in South Africa, you are with your dad. But your mom, where is your mom during that time?
My mom was there for like maybe 4 years, 5 years.
There.
And then she moved back here.
Oh,
And
so
then she
you
left
stayed
me
also.
and my sister with my dad. because my mom's like, she wants something with
New.
something set on her mind, she goes there. And my dad's really supportive.
Oh, that is why she came to Dubai.
They actually met here in Abu Dhabi
Ah.
when she was young.
Mm. So what new things did you discover in South Africa about the world and about yourself?
Diversity. And then there's lots of people that who can teach you, and then like there's also peer pressure that you need to like get out of. And then there's a lot of challenges that make you you.
So one is
One is like being pressure to be someone that you don't want. Because like most of the time, my cousin, like from my dad's side, didn't make me feel left out. But most of the time, because like you can't go out, like you don't know who you really are. Because like in South Africa, you just stay at home. You can't go out without boys. Because like it's not a safe country. But most of the time, there's a lot of xenophobic. So like I can't discover that. But like also at the same time, it's like
so big adjustments.
a lot of adjustment. Because like I'm used to in Philippines, like you can roam the street until like the street lights on. That's like your time to go home. And that now in South Africa, you stay inside a fence. You can only go out if like you have a boy in your family. I can hardly go out with like when my
your
friends used to
brother.
ask me like, can we go out, go watch movies? Like I can't do that because like I'm supposed to have my cousin with me, and like with no cousin, the boy, I can't go.
So it's really different, no?
But it's a nice country. Like there's a lot of tourist spots, but you need to know someone from there like to go because there's a lot of
What did you miss in South Africa?
South Africa food. And then my
You like
family.
spicy?
I love spicy.
Wow.
It's different from South Africa because there they like lots of spice. But when you come, yes, like
Was there any part of yourself that you had to let go just to adapt?
no, not much.
Not much.
There's adjustment, but not. No, I didn't leave some part of me. Because like my mom makes like remember you came from this. Be humble and stuff like that.
So how did you manage to still be you in a place that
My mother,
felt unfamiliar?
my mother, just like my team player. It's like my partner for all the things. And then also my dad, even though like we had a big years that we didn't see each other, it's like he's always the biggest supporter ever.
So it's nice, no, that you are always with your mom.
When you go out, yes,
Yeah.
like she always supports you and stuff.
Because you're like a sister.
Yeah, about that I don't like. When people we go out, like, is that your sisters? Like, no, my mother. Leave her alone.
You're working as an assistant at the age of 21. I know that it's a big responsibility. Does it ever feel overwhelming or scary?
Both.
Huh?
There's no overwhelming. There's no scary. It's like both. Because like now it felt overwhelming because like there's so much responsibility that you have to take on, and like I'm not used to that. I'm just used to like take care of myself and my younger sister. Like think of that only. But now being in the class being a class assistant, like there's 20 students and you're alone with your teacher. It's like hardly in there, and then one small mistake you have to take
Yeah.
part
It's
in it, and then it's scary because sometimes like if you make a mistake, you're gonna be in the trouble. There's no win-win. It's like always lose with us.
I know because
You also know.
I know it, but we have to the kids we need we have to keep them safe always. And then like, do you ever feel like you're missing out on being young because of the pressure to be
Yeah.
responsible?
A lot. I used to be so jealous with my friends, my cousins, like, cause okay, I'm the lightest in the family, and it's not nice, cause like now I can't go out like that, cause like you always like a highlighter, like everything is not nice, cause like I used to be so jealous with them, hanging out with their friends, like I didn't have that, and it's like it's not nice. You're always like in your rooms, like sulking in there. It's like I wanna go out also, watch movies with my friends, not just with my cousins. It's not nice.
But it's you need to always listen to your parents because parents knows best.
Like I know that, like they don't want us to go through the same path that they did. And I get it, but like sometimes like let me make my own mistake. Just a single ones. Once.
So in the school, what have the children you teach taught you about yourself?
About myself.
Yeah, what have the
That I
children?
can be a child again.
Yeah,
Even
that's-
though like I'm a full grown adult, like I can still be a child. Make fun with them. Look at the way that they see things. Have a conversations. Like it's cute sometimes.
yeah.
It's really nice. And then sometimes you need to be like, okay, you need to be
You
mature
need to
now.
go without lower.
You need to go.
in
Yeah,
their
you need to
level.
lower yourself. And like sometimes like you need to tell them like, okay, I'm the adult in here.
Yeah.
We can't do that and stuff. But like most of the times, like an innocent place, like okay, let's go roll around, let's go dance. That's nice.
So what keeps you going on the tough days when you feel like it's too much?
Too much. I don't want to be the same, like how what my mom did in the past. It's like I don't want to go back there. I want to show us like I can do this and stuff. Like I don't want her to cage me in things again. Cause like there's always restriction. You can't do this. You can't do that and stuff.
So how did you?
I had my mom's like to beat me up on that. It's like no depression in this house, no anxiety. You know the Filipino mindset. Like you can't do that. So like you kept things inside yourself and stuff. I used to do what my dad used to tell me. If you wanna go out, go to the park, scream it out, and that's basically it.
So how do you handle the pressure of being mature, even though you're still very young? You are only
No,
20.
I don't handle pressure very well.
Really?
I really don't.
Yeah,
You can-
because you enjoy.
I enjoy being a child, but like most of the time I'm not. Like it shows in the attitude in me. Like if I'm too much pressured on the stuff, you can see it in my attitude. It's like I'll be so rude. It's like
How do you manage that?
fake it until you make it.
Yeah. Sometimes I do it also.
It's not nice.
Yeah,
Like,
sometimes.
let me just shut up like, before I say something that's rude.
Your mom and sister are about to move back to South Africa. Can you tell me more about the separation? you mentioned?
The separation again. Because it's not the first, not the second, it's not the third, so it's the fourth time happening. It's like, okay,
Can you?
I need to be numb on it, like not show so much. So like I said before, she left me when I was 2 years old with her older sister, even though her older sister have like 5 children. It's not nice growing up just like a family that you're not supposed to be in it. Like you get jealous like with the school events. You want your parent also to come because like you have honors. Like. And then when she came back, when I was like turning 9 or turning 10, she said she's gonna take me for good, like I said before. And then my dad came also, and then the next month, like you woke up, they're not there. You're sleeping next to them the next morning, you're not there. And then when she came back, the third time I think, she came with my younger sister that I didn't know about. Like, in myself, like I'm the only child,
Yeah.
because like that's in my head. It's like I'm the only child. And then when she came there, it was like I'm not at home. I'm with like my gang in the beach, like looking for those stuff. And when I came home, I was like, I know my mom how she looks, but like I didn't know who's the child. I asked them who's that. I was like, it's your younger sister. It's like I know my sister's innocent. Like she's 2 years old at that time. Like I didn't accept us. Like it took us like a month.
So
before,
you
like,
get
accept
jealous.
her. I got so jealous.
Oh.
Like you spend more time with my mother. It's like even this days, like sometimes it's like I can see she's the favorite
Oh,
of the family.
you didn't ask
I didn't ask for a sister. I want to be the only child.
because you are expecting that you are the only child.
Yeah, I was
during that time.
expecting that's like the only child. It's like I didn't know they were gonna make another one.
And she never tell you that she will bring your sister in the
She
Philippines.
never told me. Like there was a lost communication between us. Like almost 2 years. It's like there's no connection between me and mom. So like
Almost
I
how
didn't
many-
know 2
Almost
to 3 years.
2 to 3 years.
That I didn't know, and that's the time I didn't know that like I'm gonna have a sister.
So how's your adjustment during that time when you saw your sister?
Jealousy, a lot of jealousy. Because like now she don't eat fish. It's like I
She
always get
don't
the
what?
leftover. She doesn't eat fish, like
Oh.
no seafood at all. So like I'll be eating fish, and then she'll be eating hot dogs.
Oh.
You know those barbecues, like
Oh,
used to be
yeah.
so jealous. Like I want that also.
Mm.
It's like no, you can't say. It's like okay, I'll be the big sister.
Oh.
I'll be the bigger person. It's like, and you know, in Philippines, you can't backtalk your parents. If you do backtalk, you get the slippers.
Maybe not at all.
No,
But-
it's just very strict. It's like that. It's like we don't backtalk. Like you can't say what you feel. Like you need to follow this. That's it. You don't have much choice.
Yeah, but you told me that you enjoy your childhood, but when it
I
comes,
do
yeah.
because like my aunt is like, okay, go there as long like I know you're safe. You're gonna come back home.
Mm.
It's fine. But like
But-
with my mom, she's
Yeah,
like
that's
she
why.
grew up in the hardest way because like I can see that, but like I wanna make my own things.
You didn't miss your mom.
Not in a way, because like how long was she
Mm.
there? I didn't spend much time on her. 1 until 2 years,
2 years
old.
old.
I don't have a mind in there.
Yeah.
And then when she came to like the second time she came, like I was 9 turning 10. And like I spent 2 months with her. And then she
2
left
months
again.
only, and then she
Yeah.
left again.
And then second time, like the second or third time she came, she had my sister. Like I didn't know about that. And then that's the time she said, I'm going to take you for good. It's like she didn't ask me if I want to go with her. So, and now that they're going again, it's like
Yeah.
fourth time. I don't think so.
But what have you learned about family distance and standing on your own?
There's a lot of sacrifices for your loved ones. I can see that because like with my dad, when distance, he's still in South Africa, and we're here. It's like a lot is sacrificing.
So, but now you are already prepared for the separation.
Yes. Because like
Ano-
you don't need to like expect the unexpected. Basically, I'm not expecting her to stay with me the whole time. I know she's gonna leave because like she's been telling me since last year. Like I'm tired of Dubai. Dubai is so expensive and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay,
And then she will leave you here.
yeah, again.
So you're not planning to, she's not planning that she maybe you will decide to come.
No, she
with
knows
us?
I'm gonna go back, but like now she said I'm working. So it's like
So you're working here.
it's like it's up to you if you wanna go back. And I told her like I'll come back and see you in December, hopefully. To make it
She
nice.
promised again.
No,
Are
I
you-
told her I was like,
uh.
you see me when you see me. I told her like I'll come if I want to. I'll come if not.
So that's your. But what about Shaida? You know, I want you to answer this from your heart. Honesty. You have any regrets
Regrets?
or from your mother or what you have? Alam mo yung parang tampo. Meron talaga.
Meron. So like I can't
Until
say-
now,
tell me.
but you haven't talked to her
No.
that much.
I'll keep that on my grave. It's fine.
No.
No, I can't say it in front of her. She's gonna be so mad.
Maybe it's not yet the right time, but the right
No.
time will come.
I'm not gonna say to her. She's gonna guilt trip me. She's gonna feel so much guilt for doing it. So like,
So whenever you feel like that, you have friend or someone to whom you can talk to about like that.
kept it to myself. I talk to myself sometimes. So like you can't say it out loud because like when you do say it out loud, like most people will judge you like you're holding this grudge in your mom.
Yeah, yeah.
Like no, I don't hold much, but like there's that one thing that you can't say it out loud because if you do it, they're gonna tell you disrespectful. I give birth to you, it's like okay.
And then how you feeling? Like you feel happy or because this time you have freedom or what?
Not much, like more like neutral because like now I don't like a security guard, like I can do whatever I want, but like in a responsible way. Like now I can make my own path, make some mistake in the side, like I can make.
And for now, you need to whenever you have decisions you make, whatever
It's
it
up
is.
to me now.
Yeah,
I don't have to ask permission. Like, can I do this? Can I do that?
But for now, how's your relationship with your mom? Despite of
With my mom, just like a friend. Or I can say she's my mom, but like I can't share a lot with her. But like I know she's there for me when I need her, and like I tell her some stuff, but like not so much because like if you do this, you're gonna get lessons from her. You're practically gonna get the whole thing. You can't do this because I did that at your age and see what I am now. I want you to like. She kept telling me like I want you to be independent. I don't want you to depend. So it's like
Until
Okay.
now.
Until now.
Yeah.
You can't do much, so
What about your dad?
you're like,
Very cool.
cool. Like, small question with your dad. It's
Mm.
like, Dad, can I go to the movies? It's like, who are you going with? Can I meet them? I'll give you the ride. It's like, okay. All the friend goes. When my mom wasn't there in South Africa,
Mm.
it was the most amazing time.
But at least you have these memories with your father, with your mother, and
Yeah, that's like always the good moments. But like, there's also bad.
Mm.
So it's like,
So let's look forward a little. What have you learned about accepting things that are out of your control?
make the best out of it. So you're still young. Rather than oops, then like,
Mm.
what if in your future? In your future, like, okay, I didn't do that while I was still young. It's like, it's not my control. It's like, it's not my decision. Like, okay, do it. It's not much.
How do you prepare this time when your sister and your mother will go back to South Africa? How are you preparing?
I'm just seizing the moment with them. Make more memory before they go. Because like, I don't know if I'm allowed to take leave in December. So like, if I'm gonna see them or not. It's like, okay, I'll just make the most memories. Like what I did with my dad.
But even if your mom is already there, your sister, I'm sure maybe you are, happy or what's because you can do things.
I am. It's like, I'm a butterfly. It's like, I'm gonna spread my wings.
So from cocoon to butterfly.
Yeah.
It's
It's like, I'm
that.
gonna spread my wings now.
Oh.
Make my own path. No more security. No more curfews. Like, okay, I can
But-
do this.
But still have communication with your, of course.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's like now that like me with my dad in South Africa still. It's like every morning, lunchtime, dinner, before going to bed. It's like good night. Like ask about the day. It's like always.
You are ready.
Mentally not, physically yes. It's like I'm not ready for this.
Mentally because
I don't want to be an adult. I want to go back to being a child.
but mentally.
Mentally, it's still a wreck inside. Just be independent. Follow what your mom said, because like I know they have a story behind it for not them letting you do things. So like, just follow what they said. Listen to your elders.
Yeah. But I'm sure that all your moms what she said, I'm sure you will
Like I know some stories of it. Like she used to tell me and stuff. And then like when she's drunk, she tells you her life story again and again. It's like okay, I get some parts of it, but like not the whole story, because like most of the time she like cut off in the middle. Like okay, I wanna understand you more, ma. It's like you can't be there, because like she cuts off. Like she dozes off when she's drunk. That's the only time I get to know her, like when she's drunk.
But you used to be with her, huh? Sometimes.
I do like
Oh.
the first time I drank was like 16 years old. She gave me a shot of tequila. I was like, no, she was like the influence every time. She's an open like since I think since I hit 15, like she's been like a little bit open, but there's always that wall that separates between me and her. Like she won't let that wall down, like until now. It's like okay.
But at least you have these moments like you are together, those memories, that you can keep.
Yeah, like I'm seizing all the moments with them, like before they go at the end of June.
And if you could talk to your 12-year-old self right now, what would you say to her?
Just be strong. All of this will pass.
Yeah.
There's the bad moments and there's the good moments. Seize it all.
What about the grudge, the jealous, that one?
You can forget about that. You can't say it out loud anyway. Just be strong.
Okay. Do you have a quote or message that you always carry with you? Something that keeps you grounded or strong?
My dad actually said this to me. Since I was like, I had a like before then, when I first met him again, like when they came back to the Philippines. It's like no pain, no gains. You need to sacrifice lots before you have something. So like no pain, no gains. Like I'm gymming, no pain, no gain. It's like, yeah.
Thank you so much, Shai. And everyone can relate this story. It's very inspiring. Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
inspiring.
because most of Philippines are OF. I think they have the similar stories.
Yeah. Before we end, let's have a fast talk. You know what? Fast talk is a lightning round of quick, fun, and
Yeah.
spontaneous questions.
One word answer.
This one, nakuha ko to kay Boy Abonda. So I just wanna, I want to try this here on Dubai Diaries also. So first question, first word that comes on your mind,
Okay.
What's your go-to comfort food after a long day?
Noodles? Indomie noodles?
Oh. Burj Khalifa or beach sunset?
Beach sunset.
Wow. A Tagalog phrase you always say without realizing it.
Ay, nako.
Ay, nako. What song describes your current mood?
The what?
The song that describes your current mood.
What doesn't kill you make you stronger.
If your life right now were a movie, what would it be called? Movie.
Fast and Furious is too fast and I'm always angry.
Okay. One thing people always get wrong about you.
My name. It's not Cheryl, it's Shirel.
Dream country to visit someday.
UK.
Wow. If you had a superpower, what would it be?
Not telepathic. When you can move to places at one time. Teleportation.
Oh. Morning person or night owl?
Night owl.
I know.
Night owl.
A small thing that brings you big joy.
Sweets.
Oh, that's it. And in a city like Dubai, where so many stories cross paths, Shai reminds us that belonging is not always about a place. Sometimes it's about becoming whole, becoming heard, and becoming yourself. And we want to thank you, Shai, for sharing your journey with us, your courage, your honesty, and your heart. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
I am Geraldine, and this is Dubai Diaries Podcast. Real stories, real struggles, and real success. See you in the next episode. See you in the next episode.
Alam mo na nakalimutan, no?
Ano?
Yung pastok.
Ay! Pwede? Pwede,
I-edit
sir?
na lang po.
Editat mo.
Kalimutan ko kasi wala dun eh. Kasi hinabol ko lang to. Sorry.
Save pa to.
Wala na. I-insert niya yun, di ba? Nakalimutan ko.